Hi everyone, welcome to another great episode on H by J-Boy, and I want to welcome all of you, my amazing podcast friends, to this special edition, to this special episode today. And today I want to talk to you about something we are all very familiar with. If you are listening to me now, I am sure you have at one time in your life or the other started something new. And well, if you haven't started something new yet, you are probably planning to start something new someday from scratch, or you might have as well started something, and maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, or sometimes you feel the urge to quit, or you feel it's heavy to survive in it. So this episode is basically for you, so practically for everyone. So just listen and enjoy this today. So, just moving away very briefly from today's episode, I really wanted to urge you guys to play your part in keeping yourselves safe. I really hope that wherever you are listening from right now, that you are doing your very best in being responsible, living a responsible life, and being very careful in your daily routine today because of the ongoing pandemic and the way, especially in Europe now, the whole situation has moved from that of under control to something that is that has made many of the European countries tremble, like get scared, and we are all afraid, and many are already in lockdown, some in partial lockdown, and here some regions are already completely locked down, while others are still allowed to go about minimal businesses and having series of coffees, and it's a very tragic time, and I want to urge you guys and everyone listening right now to be very careful and pay attention and obey the rules, the laws, and so we can all get back to normality. Like things have to get well, things have to get better, and life has to keep moving on. And yes, that's that about that. I really urge you guys to play safe, be cool, be very careful with what you do, where you go, and always wash your hair. You wash your hands and sanitize your hands if you can't wash them, obviously. And just do your best, guys. Just do your best to stay safe. It's really a serious time in the world right now. So, back to the session. I know we are all very familiar with motivational talks and things, especially talks telling us how not to give up, never giving up on what we do. Talks like, hey, push hard, keep pushing, and those talks about nothing good comes easy, and telling us, not to be afraid of what we want to do, like doing what you really want to do. For sure, these are very amazing talks and very helpful. And of course, it is nothing new to us, it's nothing new to us. That's why today I was having a reflective moment as I was about my day. And since my episode was gonna drop today anyways, I said, okay, so why not talk about this? So, a lot of people wake up and tell themselves how they want to change their lives. But the question is how many people really do change their life at the end of the day? And well, this question, the funny thing, that question that you just heard is not a part of what we are going to be treating on this episode. It just came to my mind right now as I was talking right now. And I just wanted you to think about it for a minute, So now you might have asked yourself, while the title, coming across this title, a simple device, keep your head down. Maybe you've asked yourself, what does that mean? whenever we get into anything new or think of getting into anything new, sometimes the fear of failure cripples us. It just does that thing. Like, you're thinking of how you're going to survive in it, how you're going to make it good in it. That thing you want to start. Is it a business, a small business, or a habit? There's always that question. And the fear of what the outcome will be and many other fears catches our feet and just in some way just does that thing of crippling us. And yes, we have to let go of that fear, which is something we must have heard a lot of times too. But I want to tell you something new. Excuse me. Now, there is nobody you see that has become a great artist or has become great in whatever they do, be an actor, musician, footballer, or anything else. I mean, these are the things that come to my head now. But I mean, in practically anything, there's nobody that's been great in what they do and have reached that mark, of doing that amazing thing in their life now. There's none of them that will tell you that they were already good in it, that when they started, they were great in it at all. The first time people pick up, for example, a piano, if the first time people pick up piano to play, they totally suck in it. That feeling of helplessness, that horrible feeling you feel when you practically suck at something, that should not make you scared and get you to give up. Rather, I think it should actually work the opposite way. It should propel you. It should make you walk the opposite way. It should rather push you to want to be better in it, to do that stuff in that to get to grow in doing that stuff, gradually. Now, but here comes, I'm trying to get into the main point of this episode. Here is where you see the title of why this title came in, like the very simple device that we're talking about. Well, and I'm very excited about it. I really want to share it with you because it's something that practically I saw during the course of my day. Like, it's something that I kind of just reflected on it, and I'm excited in sharing it. So you just have to hang in here, and I'm going to share it with you right now. But tell you what, okay? After you've gone, I will tell you about this part of it. After you've gone to check out my podcast based on our page on Instagram, and you follow our page both on Instagram and Spotify. Remember, our Instagram handle is itch_by_jboy. That is ITCH_BY_JBOI on both platforms. That is on Instagram and Spotify. And please give us thumbs up, give us comment, give us your ratings and reviews on all of these platforms, and also on Apple Podcasts too. It means it actually does mean a lot to us, okay? And this is your way of doing something nice in return to support this movement. If you're listening to us, if you can hear this and you're enjoying it, is the way to support us, is the way to do something nice in return. Okay, so after you've done that, I'm going to continue sharing this episode with you and tell you the remaining stuff about what I was reflecting on today. Hey, hold up. Before we continue on the episode, I just wanted to ask you quickly if you've heard of Anchor. If you haven't heard of Anchor, it's the easiest way to make podcasts today. I mean, let me explain. First of all, it is free, completely free, and there are creation tools that allow you to record and edit the podcast right from your phone or computer. And the best part of it is you don't have to do anything else. Like, you just upload, like you make your podcasts with the tools available to you and you upload it. And Anchor does the distribution yourself. Like, it distributes your podcast for you so you can be heard on different platforms. You can be heard on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and many more. And with the amount of audience you have, the amazing thing, you can make some money from your podcast. And it's everything you need. Anchor is just everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. You don't have to go to different studio sessions and look for places to take your recordings to, or your work to. Your projects are just there for you, and you manipulate it how you want. And today you can download the free Anchor app. Just go right now, download the free Anchor app, or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thank you. So let's get back to the session. So guys, the highlight of this episode, as I was saying before the short break, is this, okay? Whenever you get into anything new, or you are thinking about starting something new, the important thing is to keep your head down. Now, this phrase, keep your head down, in my context, is saying to be humble, and also to have your head immersed in that stuff you are doing or about to do. Like, you have to have practically your head immersed in it. You have to be in it. Something you should know for sure is that the very first time you start doing anything, it's normal that you will suck in that thing. You know, like I was saying before, the great people we know today, in whatever their fields are, they literally sucked the first time they got into whatever we know them to be famous in. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of getting it wrong, of sucking in it. You know, rather you should be like a drive. That feeling of you not doing well should walk in the opposite direction. It should make you strive for it. That is, instead of making you feel like letting it go, it should make you strap onto it to get better. Another part of this simple device we are talking about now is also to avoid checking how far you've gone in your journey, you know, in whatever you are into. If you want to get there, you have to let go of that continuous checkup on, you know, that checkup we always are tempted to do. You see people always checking how far they've gotten, and that is honestly a recipe for disaster. I am sharing this simple device because it works even in simple things. You know, like as I was saying, like I mentioned earlier, the reflection came to me today as a result of just a simple task I was doing, you know, and call it silly, call it stupid, yeah, but I kind of saw it in a different way, and I think it's something that works, you know, and that's why I'm sharing this simple thing now. Like, take for example, as I was saying, I do like to run time to time, you know, and when I set out to run, like today, before the reflection came in, so I set out to run, and you know, when I go running, and I start glancing at my wristwatch at every turn to see how many minutes I have run, you know, I get tired easily and really fast. But when I just keep my head down on the track and focus on the surrounding, on the things I see around, and I enjoy the feeling in my legs and my body as I go, you know, maybe listening to my breath and my body while the music is slamming, you know, before I know it, I'm at 2 kilometers, and then another 2, and then another 2. You know, I also think, you know, out of that, I think I heard sometime I heard once the mountain climbers saying something like, the difference between climbing 100 feet and a 500 feet is a point of view. You know, think about it. It's the point of view that matters. You know, they say you will never going to know you are at the top until you get there. And that is just the truth. You know, so another thing, amazing part is the swimmers. Like the swimmers will tell you when they go into the water to go for a swim. Maybe they say they want to go for 25 laps, for example. Once they look up and start counting those laps as they swim, as they go, they get drained already. Like, they get tired even at 10 laps, at 12. But when they put their head down, and that is where the topic, like that's where my title came from. Like, when they put their head down and work on technique and focus on internal rhythm and how they breathe, when they finally look up from the water, they are almost at 12, you know, or 13 laps, and they just have 2 more to go out of 15 or so, you know. But today, people find themselves increasingly checking how far they've gone. And that is what we are talking about here. That is just the point. That is the main talk, where the highlight is actually. That talk of putting your head down, that simple device, just put your head down and keep going, is the best and very simple device you need to develop today to get that place you wish to get to. That is just to keep, it's just there. Keep your head down and keep banging on, keep going. Don't find yourself checking how far you've gone. You do a thing and you have to see how far you've gone. You do a thing and you have to check how far you've gone, how many impacts you've made. These things, they are just recipe for disaster. They're just things that are going to hinder you from the focus. Don't check how far you've gone. You will know when you get there. Only when you get there. That is the main thing I wanted to talk about, to share this today on this episode. And I want you to don't just see it, like think about it, like meditate on it. Just put your mind to it and listen to this over and over again, and have your own thoughts, make your own examples out of it, and see how you're going to apply it to yourself, and see that things are going to be different. The most important thing is stop checking how far you've gone. It's not healthy. You don't need it. You're going to know when you get to the top. You don't have to check, okay? So now, if you enjoyed this episode, or you like what you are doing on this channel, please, we also would enjoy your support. Give us some thumbs up on social media platforms. Follow our pages and leave comments and reviews on these platforms. Apple Podcasts, the website, Spotify. It really means a lot to us. I've said it before and I'm saying it again. And I'm going to repeat, the handle is at ITCH_BY_JBOI. That is H by J-Boy on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many others. I'm also, this is also like an announcement. We are starting our new YouTube channel where you can listen also, because some people kind of find it difficult to get us through some websites. I don't know, maybe the browsers they use, but YouTube, since YouTube is like a universal channel, like it's very easy. We are also starting our YouTube page where you can also listen to our podcast in a few days. Feel free to check it out with the same name. Is just check for H by J-Boy on YouTube, and you're going to find us in the next couple of days. And feel very free, please, to comment, to subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel, and write us comment. Don't hold back. And please enjoy the rest of your day, and please keep yourself safe. It is very important. Keep yourself safe. Your face mask important. Hand sanitizers is important. Wash your hands and share amazing moments with your family and friends, and stay blessed, stay blissful, stay happy. Thank you. And this is me telling you goodbye from this from your amazing and most favorite podcast blog, H by J-Boy. Cheers.